become a candidate for for presidency. And the MP, it is 3 million. So we've been interacting with different people. The candidates have been nominated. In other parties, it's also the same, but in NRM, I think it's too much, because we have seen even the candidates complaining that this money is too much. And in the studios, I have Stephen Wandera Kiki, the correspondent for NTV, Daily Monitor, and KFM in Masindi, Kiriandonga, and Bulisa. And we are going to look into these things. As a journalist who has been outside there, interacting with different politicians, interacting with different people who are willing to participate in politics, but they are deterred by the too much fees, nomination fees, given our economy and also the situation in our country. I want to give him an opportunity to introduce himself before we go into our topic. Mr. Wandera, you're welcome, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, colleague Sam Buchwaki, our dear viewer. My name is Stephen Wandera Kiki, aka Wanaira, journalist, a professional, and I'm a practicing journalist. I'm also an aspiring candidate
for Masindi municipality.
For Masindi municipality, MP. So when that time come, please, our dear viewer out there, more especially in the Masindi municipality, look at me.
Yeah, in case an opportunity comes, it's look into your eye. Say that you represent Masindi municipality, and we are wishing you well, by the way.
Welcome.
And we expect a lot from you as a media, and as someone who has a media background. But we want to look into the nomination fees. You know, we are in a political time whereby nominations are ongoing in all the parties, NRM, where there is a NUP, FDC. But I haven't seen people from FDC, NUP complaining that the nomination fees are too much. But I've seen it in NRM, because I had even one of the candidates complaining here in Masindi that the nomination fees are too much, 3 million. Because even in the party structures, we are seeing the national vice chairman is supposed to pay, is it between 5 million to 10 million, national vice chairman, NRM. Then the national vice chairperson is supposed to pay around 1 million. For the leagues, 5 million. Then league chairpersons, because we have workers league, we have entrepreneurs league, they are supposed to pay 1 million. Other executive members, 500,000. NRM district city or city chairperson, 500,000. For MP, someone has to pay 3 million. Even at the EC, someone has to pay 3 million. Even if someone who is vying for presidency, he has to pay 20 million.
Of paying these nomination fees. Not just saying that someone has to pay nomination fees, because someone pay something for a service. So if you have paid money for a service, and in turn the question would be how much?
It is exorbitant.
It is exorbitant. I've been working with Forward. We were implementing a program called, we were looking at how can a country have an effective election. 2020, the electorates, the locals. And some of the questions were, did you participate?
From the electorate?
If it was no, why? They would give their reasons. We also talked about electoral reforms. In electoral reforms, most of the electorates talked of lowering
the nomination fees,
especially MOPship and the presidency, whereby in the 2021 general elections, Electoral Commission. So, of course, their intention, their aim, I think as a person, would be to free
Other people from coming up.
the coming up politician, especially the young generation.
Who have no money.
But leaving alone EC, because the Electoral Commission, we know it facilitates the electoral process. And at times, they say they don't have enough money to run the electoral process. But when they ask these fees, maybe we expect a free and fair election. An election which is fully funded by the so-called independent electoral body, that is the Electoral Commission, which is okay. But despite of paying a lot of money, still we have seen things not moving in a right manner. We have seen Electoral Commission failing to do the independent role, to manage the electoral process very well. That would be a story for another day. To make it worse, we have seen political parties copying the working method of Electoral Commission, increasing or hiking
The nomination fees.
Nomination fees. Nomination fees, as I said, it is good when it comes to the parties. One,
Funding parties, yes.
funding parties. And especially if it is nomination fees, we expect that we shall have a free and fair, This is a position which has no qualification. Meaning, people who are interested in standing for this position have no jobs.
And the emoluments are also few. Small, it is small.
So
the
meaning
payment.
the moment you ask the 200,000 fees as nomination for a councillor, my poor youth, my poor people deep in the villages will have been kicked out automatically.
Yes.
Mayorship. To be nominated as a mayor on another ticket, you need to pay 750,000.
750.
750,000. This is a position also which doesn't
It has no qualification.
ask for a qualification. So meaning anyone
Can come up and
can
contest.
come up. But if you don't have a good job, if you don't have an income activity, just nomination for primaries, it is a lot of money. Then let's go to MOPship. Presidency, where they say that anyone, as long as you are 18 years and above, you qualify to stand for presidency. Age limit was removed, that cap, but now you hike the
Nomination
fees.
fees to deter.
Meaning you have eliminated the young generation, the youth, the ones you say that you gave them space to vie for these positions. I've also seen UPC, same story, 20 million. I've seen DP, FDC. I think it is PFF which is lenient, where they ask around 1 million for an MP.
How much is asking Nope?
Nope, it is
For
free.
MP.
This is Sagare, which is now entering the political arena, the political parties, because you have taken my 3 million, you have not facilitated my campaigns as giving me a token to move. They had talked of joint campaigns. When you talk of joint campaigns, meaning the money was going to come from the center, from the NRM Secretariat, to facilitate these campaigns. You have not brought them. And more especially on the election day, if someone has paid 3 million, meaning that money is going to cater the electoral process, more especially on the election day, where we were expecting to use a separate ballot, because they have been talking of lining up saves money, meaning to be saving the money for the party when candidates have not paid to facilitate the electoral process. But these people have paid 3 million, expecting results, expecting as maybe Electoral Commission, NRM, will be able to print ballot papers for these candidates.
Yeah, one day you have given us a very good history and the background of all this.
As I conclude on that matter, yesterday I was interacting with someone. It was like, really, NRM, which has been in power for 40 years, how can it fail to conduct its primaries using ballot papers?
Given the money they are contributing, they are paying for nomination.
Given the money
they get from iPod,
they are getting from the candidates. And I will tell you, that's why since these people began this method of lining up on candidates, you have seen now a many number of independent candidates emerging. And because people have no trust.
And the voter turnout.
Because if it is a ballot, they would be using strictly their registers. You come in the register, your name is there, they tick, they give you a ballot, you can tick. But this issue of lining up, once you have money, you will win the election.
Yeah.
You will fail, you will carry people from neighboring districts, you bring them to vote for you because you have money. But if it was a ballot paper vote, here these parties would use the registers.
Yeah.
And these complaints of have been rigged, the election has not been. We had 500 voters. How comes my friend got 600 when the register is reading 500? So all these make these elections not free and fair.
Thank you, Wandera. Recently I saw Semu Uganda, the MP for, I'm forgetting even the constituency. Kira municipality. I saw him saying that they have over 500 MPs in parliament, but only 50 MPs can stand on the floor of parliament and argue something. The same applies to our councils here. You find a council of 38 councillors, but only 10 councillors speaking, arguing something. But these are people who were elected by the people. Do you think the issue of money in politics has led to the mushrooming of incompetent leaders?
To some extent.
Because someone with money is the one who will be nominated. Someone with good leadership skills, you find, has no money for nomination, has no money for this commercial.
You must have been in a working class, in a working economy for at least 5 to 10 years. Meaning you'll have accumulated
Enough wealth. Enough money.
some money. May not be enough, because money has never been enough. But you'll have accumulated some money to facilitate your campaigns. Right away from consultation and nomination. Because today, politics is commercialized. If you don't have money, it is difficult for you to win an election. That's why the same Uganda tells you that most of the MPs in parliament cannot articulate issues on the floor of parliament. Reason being, these are business men and women. These are sons and daughters of the rich,
Highly connected people.
from rich families. So once they give you money, you come on a rally, you buy people malwa, you give them money, they'll vote for you. But when the fresh graduates who are from school, who are from colleges, who are from universities, who have ideas, who have studied, they are denied the chance. The same money for the issue nomination. So that's why this, I would say it, because you have seen scenarios where someone comes with a bag of money, buys a vote between 10,000 and 50,000, is voted for a given post. But after putting him or her in the office, you will not see him or her in your constituency. Reason being, he came for business. By the way, now $100 million for the general. So that person, the moment he gets chance of going through, you will not see him coming back.
You won't mind about you.
Because he went in a bank, got a loan of 1 billion, he invested. So he's supposed to first reap.
Still with Wandera Stephen, is a senior journalist at FM. By the way, he's no longer our class now, but let's have a short commercial break, then we come back, we start from there.
From home at Kabalega Resorts, Hoima, located just 4 kilometers from Hoima City on the Hoima Masindi Road. A real resort in an eco environment, nestled near the stunning Albertine Escarpment and historic Mparo Royal Tombs. We are the perfect blend of convenience and charm. Treat yourself to our cozy rooms, mouth-watering meals at the restaurant, and refreshing moments in our outdoor pool. Whether you're our conference facilities, camping grounds, and fun-filled kids playground are ready for you. Escape, relax, reconnect at Kawalega Resorts. Hoima, your adventure starts with us. Book today.
want to thank you, our viewer, for continuing watching LCAM TV, Agafiire Mwiki, every Friday from 9 to 11:30 a.m., where journalists from different platforms with different experience come and digest into different issues in our country, both locally, nationally, internationally. So I'm still with Wandera Steven, the journalist for NTV in this region, Masindi, Blissa, and the Kiriandongo. So Wandera, we've seen many people hesitating to join politics. Rating scorecards, someone who has scored 0. You think where is the problem? Is the problem with the people themselves, the candidates, that those people would wish to join? Is the problem with the electorates?
Politics. It's like gambling. When you go in politics, just know you have
sacrificed yourself.
You have sacrificed yourself. You are now a gambler. Those who are competent, those who first analyze. I'm employed somewhere on a government job where I'm getting 2 million a month. So I resign. I go for politics. Where I'm not sure whether I'll
Go through
or not. And if I don't go through, I will have lost both. I've lost my job. I've even lost the resources I've invested in. And secondly, our electorates. I also not trustworthy.
Are the leaders trustworthy?
And some of the electorates don't know what they want going back for these positions. But it's not the case where we are seeing independent, unopposed candidates. Because today, people are now taking politics as a job because of unemployment. That's why you're seeing 6 people vying for one position. Was looking at in Chiriandongo, the woman MP for woman MP Chango district. NRM primaries only. It has attracted 7 candidates.
7.
And some of them are youth. Are young people, young girls, fresh from university, graduates. But what brings all this? You'll be assured of employment for at least 5 years if all the factors remain conjoining politics, despite of being capable. So basically that the electorates are not trustworthy. You go there, they promise you total support, overwhelming support. But tomorrow, you see something different.
I remember who Abed Wanika was complaining. I normally come to this region in Bunyoro, I see a big crowd. But to go in the box, I find 2 votes, 5.
That's what I'm saying, The electorates are not trustworthy. You are not reliable.
But maybe the electorates have been disappointed enough. They also want now Kagwirao, because they know when you go there, you also want to come back.
I think now that's what
you promise everything that you're going to do A, B, C, D, but at the end of the time,
that's what has now caused the problems and the poor service delivery.
Poor service delivery, yeah.
Because moderator, I've told you these electorates, the community, that it is right to vote a leader of your choice, not to vote a leader because he has given you something. If you vote a leader because he has given you money, you will have sold your vote, you'll have been compromised, and you'll have no moral authority to demand that candidate for service delivery.
Because he will tell you, I give you money, I just bought your vote.
Yes. But if you vote someone on merit, you have mandate to stand with your two legs and say, Guchwaki, we want service delivery because we voted you on merit. We didn't exchange something. We didn't exchange money for a vote. Basically that. Really, we need to tell people these things. If someone comes with money and you're seeing he's not competent, why should you vote for him? But when someone comes with money and you see him being competent enough, you can go with him. But voting someone because has given you money, it is killing. It is killing and denying opportunity for the competent and younger leaders who would really come and serve the community better than these transactional leaders who are just coming with intention of giving you with some small money. At the end, they go for business.
But there are some leaders who are competent and they have skills, and they have been given opportunity to be councillors, to be LOC5 MPs. But their efforts have been frustrated. You find an MP is there in Parliament is struggling, but he can't pull anything down here to his constituency. That's why I'm saying these MPs, the leaders put in a lot of money, by the way, nomination fees for campaigning, for posters, and everything. But you find at the end of the term, no service delivered. Some people are saying it is maybe because of the failed systems. Because you're finding an MP struggling to buy an ambulance, which is a work for government. What do you think you want us to be done for these leaders to offer adequate service to the people? Because they also want these things, but they struggle. They want these things in their constituencies, but they're not getting them.
No. These MPs or these leaders are diverting from their roles. Their role is to budget for these things to be in place. I'm saying that it is bad to buy for an ambulance for a constituency or for a district. But let the ambulance you are buying be a supplementary
to government, to government efforts.
To the government efforts. So there is what we call budgeting process. As legislators, as a leader, do you capture
the issues from the constituency?
The issues from constituencies. Health, the ambulances. So do you push, if you're given chance at the floor of parliament, do you discuss these issues? By the way, some of these leaders are shy.
They don't speak, they don't cry.
Because Gusam Guchwaki, you can't convince me that if you have a burning issue and you approach the speaker before entering parliament, for 1 month, he or she will fail to give you a chance. If you don't have space, you book. Visit her office. Text her. Because parliament at times sits at least 3 to 4 days a week. It is not like council which sits once after 2 months. So these people, some of our leaders, the moment they are elected, they forget about the local people.
But don't you see
now they go to parliament to push their agenda. Some of them don't go to parliament. They are in Kampala, they are in good hotels, You understand? So you find that the local person, the electorate, has not been fully represented. But if you're fully represented in parliament, you'll find when you have fought for your people, their views have been taken to the floor of parliament, and somehow, somewhere, some of the issues are addressed. Parliament is all about pushing. Now, how comes in other districts they have these things? So there are districts who, there are MPs who never bought ambulances. And they are functioned ambulances in their constituencies. You understand? So for them, they think when they buy these ambulances, they will have won the people. They will have won over support. But let the ambulance be a supplement to the one you have budgeted for. But in Parliament.
We talked about the issue of money and also the electors having a problem. Don't you think this thing bounces back to the electors? Because we've seen electorates leaving people who are capable, people who have lobbying skills, people who can advocate, people who can speak, people who can articulate issues, but going for someone who can't even raise an issue. Because you have seen people in parliament, even from Bunyoro here, you find an MP, he last maybe said yes, maybe when they are voting for someone, or aye, when they are passing something. But when do you think who is supposed to do this thing, the issue of empowering the voters to understand who can work for them, but not to vote for kombucha, vote for money, vote for what? Because I've seen these MPs. For me, when I go home, my madam tells me someone was here at Kabarwana and they gave us money. I asked her, they gave how much? It was 200,000. Everyone got how much? 1,500. You think we're supposed to perform that role really of civically empowering an electorate?
First of all, it is us, the media, and the civil society organization. We have a very big role to play to engage, to educate the communities on their role. Voter education is very important. I'm sorry to talk about it. Me, I've seen oppositions here in Masindi. When you give them chance to speak to media, they have very good programs, very good views, which can help the people of Masindi. But when they stand, they are not given the chance. Take for this case, my friend Ibanagi. So, if we are voting ideas, Banage would be in parliament or would be holding any leadership position.
For example, there are debates which have been ongoing here, locally, from our local radio stations. You find someone even failing to turn up for a debate, just a mere debate between the three candidates or four.
So now
you think that person will stand in parliament and speak?
Look at that leader. By the way, our viewers, this is my analysis, or this is my observation. Whoever fails to attend a local debate
without a genuine excuse, someone may be sick.
That person is not fit to be a member of parliament.
Will he stand in a parliament
because
of 500 people?
If you fail to debate with
your fellow candidates
who are not more than 5, so how are you convincing me that you will stand before 500 people in parliament, where the whole world is looking at you because these sessions are live? The whole world is watching you, and you represent the issues.
And this is where the issue of money is coming in. These are the people with money. to confuse and convince the voters to vote for them.
So I want to thank the people of Masindi. They are now learning. I'll give you an example of Hoima and Masindi. In 2016, there was Honorable Kajula Muganwa. By then he was a prime minister, third deputy prime minister, and he had contested with Bategeka Lawrence, director Mandela.
Yes.
So Muganwa camp had a lot of money. In fact, they will tell you that money is being carried in sacks.
In sacks. Bags.
To give out to the voters to vote in his favor. But people ate the money, but at the end, they didn't give him. Same applies here in Masindi. Ernest Kiza had money because he was an incumbent. In turn,
and voted for.
They voted for
the one who had no money.
One who had no money. But still, my appeal to these leaders who have voted without money, their life, telling us we shouldn't vote because of money. In the recent elections, we voted someone who had no money, but 5 years are going elapsing.
Nothing much on the ground.
Nothing we are seeing tangible.
Maybe he was still learning.
So, you understand?
Yes, thank you, Wandera.
So even now the electorates are getting disappointed.
Yeah.
They have now tried to adhere to what we have been telling them. But after trying, the results still are not pleasing. They are feeling at least.
Wandera, we are coming back after a short commercial break, but we are seeing guys who are really sending comments. Motion earlier, I'm seeing you are in Kenya, Wamani Christopher, Kokoshi Promotions, we are seeing Benedict Osaba. We are going